more about my culture and remember the culture.
We've been given that responsibility of being able to pass down traditions and stories culturally, and a lot of those are really important to our culture. And you know, I have a real deep respect for Indigenous culture here in Australia, and I guess in a position of leadership within the community is trying to help as much as I possibly can.
Indigenous round is really special to me, representing my culture but also my family.
There's a lot of younger kids and even my family that really look up to me. I play a very important role to the community, super important, and also for me to always give back when I do go back home.
It's a blockbuster clash to kick off the WNBL Indigenous round tonight as the Sydney Flames host a new-look Southside Melbourne Flyers outfit, but with a familiar face as Opal's legend Kayla George returns to face her old side at the Key Centre. The players are checking in with Minor Hotels. My name is Jess Webster and I'm joined in commentary tonight by two of the best basketball minds going around. I start with WNBL Coach of the Year and Championship winning coach as well, Laurie Chiswick. Laurie, Indigenous round is always such a special moment on the calendar.
It is such a special moment, and if this round is anything like round one, we are going to be in for a good one.
And NBL champion and women's Kangaroos head coach Damon Lowry is also with us. Damon, what a treat to kick off Friday night hoops for us.
Friday night, what else could you ask for? Sydney's at home, everybody's in the house, great calls, great rounds, so yeah, ready to get it on.
Well, these two sides both had different fortunes in round one. Let's check out what both coaches had to say post-game.
Huge. I mean, to get a road win to begin the season with is just great for the confidence of the team. I mean, we've got a really tough start to the season. So first double next week. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really grueling year. And that makes this win pretty important for us.
We need to pick up the physicality and get after them, and otherwise they're sitting on the bench with me. That's what I pretty much say to them. So it's up to the five that's on the court to get it done, and if they don't get it done, they're getting subbed out. A completely new team, really, when you think about it. Will take some time, but it has to be generated from our defence for sure.
So the Flames looking to make it 2 in a row to start the season, while the Flyers want to bounce back from a disappointing loss last week. The final member of our commentary team tonight, courtside for us, is Nathan Strempel, and he caught up with Kayla George a few moments ago.
Batkovic, Spawn and George, it's a pretty good podium to be on now, Kayla.
Yeah, it's honestly like I feel really honoured to be up there with those two amazing ladies. And look, I don't do it for the individual accolades, but they're always nice when they come about. And I've been around a while. I've said that for the last few seasons because I have. Still here. But yeah, look, yeah. 600 points off, what's that, like 15 points of average 40 games? Maybe I'll top them, I don't know.
Maybe we'll chip away at it tonight. Big game tonight for the Flyers, but return to Sydney, Indigenous round, big game for Kayla George as well.
Yeah, look, I love my time in Sydney, so it feels a bit weird to be back, obviously, but it's part of the biz, you know, change teams, people do it all the time. But it's good to see the girls, and I've seen a few of them already on the walk-ins, on the tunnel walk-ins. So yeah, it's great to be back, and yeah, Indigenous round means a lot to me, obviously. Married into an Indigenous family in the George crew up in Cairns, and from Dunley Island in the Torres Strait, and you know, my daughter Pearl, and for her to be able to see me representing culture, I think is really important, and to see all of us here representing everyone on the court. So it's really important, it's really special, and I love that we're doing this for the league.
Thanks for your time, Kayla.
Thanks.
So a big night for Kayla George at the Key Centre tonight in Indigenous round. Well, unfortunately, last month we lost one of our own in the basketball world. Tiana Mungakahia lost her battle with breast cancer, and tonight the Sydney Flames will honour one of their own with her Guernsey on the bench throughout tonight. She was a Flame as both a player and coach, and the inspiration behind their Pink Hoops round. Her courage and spirit touched everyone in our basketball community. We remember her fondly and recognise her contribution both on and off the court. And Damon and Laurie, these are touching scenes indeed tonight.
Well, they certainly are, and I think it's a wonderful gesture that for their first home game, the Sydney Flames are able to acknowledge and honour Tiana, and I'm sure it'll be fairly emotional for many people.
Wonderful player, wonderful person. She's on the team forever. Yeah, great job by the Flames.
and she will forever be in our thoughts. We're only a couple of moments now away from tip-off. These are the starting 5 as well, and we also need to mention a massive signing to the Sydney Flames during the week. Olivia Apupa as well has come into the Flames lineup, and she will start for them out there tonight. So we're underway at the Key Centre, and it will be the Sydney Flames with first possession. Michaela Can. And it's an immediate turnover. And they go all the way down the other end. And Rd2 getting us underway tonight.
That's the start that Christy Harrell wanted on the defensive end. Start off the first possession with a steal. That'll keep you off the bench.
She didn't mince words in that press conference, did she?
What do you think of those words, Laurie?
Well, I think they were very apt. I think the team didn't play the way they wanted to play. We can see that great basket there from McSpadden, but they wanted to be Christy just didn't feel they were aggressive enough, assertive enough, so they need to start the game that way today.
So the Flyers going down to UC by 9 points last week in front of over 4,000 people at John Cain Arena. The Flames a tough win on the road over Geelong by 8 points. As we take a look at the replay from the nice triple on the wing from McSpadden.
Showing her range. What you doing out there, girl? If she adds that to her game, we know what an interior presence she is. And Laura McSpadden's game 1 was extremely tidy and only like 16 minutes of playing time, almost had a double-double.
10 points and 8 rebounds to Lauren McSpadden last week. This is Maddie Rocci at the line. Also had a strong performance in round 1, 14 points.
7 assists is what I liked from Rocci last game. She did a great job of facilitating.
Lauren Nicholson, what a return to the WNBL she had last week. It's rolling up and in for 2. Nicholson, 27 points in her first game back from welcoming her son Ari. Not a bad effort.
Oh my goodness, that was so impressive by Loz Nicholson, and she really looked like she was enjoying herself as well. But you can see, if you look at the defensive end now, that Southside have made the call to put somebody a bit longer on her. So Rd2 is guarding Lauren Nicholson, so she can use her length to create a little bit more space.
Good hustle shown by Rocci, hands it off to Marissa through the hands of Kayla George, who had a quiet game by her standards in round 1. Flies with the turnover. Froling all the way herself off the board.
Capitalizing on turnovers. Good job by Keeley.
Now that is somebody that did not have a quiet game last week. She was so impressive. 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. To me, she was one of the best players on the court alongside Nicholson.
She missed a lot of last year with a knee injury, and you can just see she's come out already in the opening couple of rounds, or 1 round and a bit, and really showing that hunger that we've known to love from Keely Froling. Here she is again. Hungry for more. Oh, it just didn't get it to drop in the end.
Some sloppy turnovers early. But the Sydney Flames got to do a better job taking care of the ball.
She hands it off to Bourne. Top of the arc. No good. Spadden with the rebound. Flames, an early lead by 1 point. Here is Lauren Nicholson. As you mentioned, 27 points in her return last week. There's the foul.
That is a great seal by Lauren McSpadden. Just sometimes, like, I love watching interior play. Not that I ever played it much myself, but you watch her here. She's demanding the ball. She's got a miss. She knew she had a mismatch down inside. I'm glad her teammates rewarded her.
And I liked how her teammates saw it and kicked the ball to the side to get a good angled pass into her.
Nicholson from deep to get a night underway.
Cash. Ari Nicholson, your mother's a beast, man. Getting off to a great start.
Did something similar last week. Was it a triple with her first shot or maybe a second shot last week? We love having her back. Here's Bourne from long range. Wow. Yes.
No nerves here in game 1 of round 2.
There's some great shooting early on here. Will she make it 2 from 2? Not this time for Nicholson. Have a great hustle shown. Has come unstuck.
Agnes has been hustling like that her entire basketball life.
Kayla George playing against her old side for the first time tonight. She gets an early couple of points.
It's good to see Kayla have a bit of a different mindset. She was much of a facilitator, didn't look a lot like scoring last week. And her talk with Christy Hare, where she needed to be more aggressive, needed to be more assertive.
Falling from the corner, no good. Wins the rebound and the call.
Izzy Bourne missed the box out right there on the shooter. And Kenny Frawley took full advantage of the mishap. How did you feel about that, Lori, in your coaching days when players didn't box out the shooter?
Well, one, I liked it when the shooter, as soon as they shot it, goes after it. But when that was a clear block out. She was there and she just missed it. Keely Frawling was just hungrier for the ball.
2 from 2. Flames, their noses in front, early stages in this contest. Friday Night Hoops, great to have your company wherever you're watching. Rochi steps through. It's no good. Thompson with the rebound. Another who had a great round 1 performance. 15 points, 3 rebounds in her debut. Nicholson, the 2.
Too easy.
She is not stopping from last week. She is continuing on her way where she can score inside or outside.
Christy Hare will not be happy seeing anybody go 94 feet in transition with no resistance. Great job by Loss.
Fouls the call.
I like how Sydney, right from the tip-off, have extended their defense full court. So that's something that they want to do this year. They want to speed up the game. They want to get up and in, grind teams down. And they've got the players that are capable of doing that.
Here's Kayla George working on Thompson. Just bounces off the rim. Flames have representation. It's ripped away by Lauren Nicholson. Off to Frawling. Works her way inside the spin move, and she gets fouled.
Once again, it's defensive transition. Lauren Nicholson pushing it in transition. Katie Frawley running the lane.
And it was a really good decision by Keely to attack it. The defense was there, but they weren't set at all. So she knew that she could make a move and get herself to the foul line.
Played with the Flames for a couple of seasons before heading to Geelong. She was flame number 200 as that one rolls in.
Oh, look who's checked in for the Flames, Lori. Little Olivia.
At Pupa.
Olivia Pupa's back, everybody.
So the big signing for the Flames during the week, Olivia Pupa, a French importer, WNBL champion with the UC Caps and grand final MVP from back in the 2019-2020 season.
Well, she fits perfectly into this style of play that Guy Malloy wants. Up and in, that's her trademark. That gritty defense, she's so quick. It's be a bit of a battle with her and Rochi.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing she can produce tonight. 5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Flames by 5. What did you make of their performance last week against Geelong? They had to tough it out. Geelong came at them a number of times, but they held on strong. It would have given them a lot of confidence.
They did. They held their nerve. They sort of settled when they needed to, but yeah, Geelong really tested them.
Nicholson a few to beat, kicks it out. Thompson, thank you very much.
Actually.
Oh, it's Agnes.
Yep.
My mistake, Emma Napopu.
And Agnes has definitely developed that three-point shot. I remember her as a junior under 16s. Always kind of played out of position, that forward who never wasn't that tall. But as she went to college, she played at Stanford, and she developed that three-point shot. So now she's got an extra little weapon in her package.
Let's head courtside to Nathan.
Well, notably there early, folks, is Tara Reid came out top scorer for the Flyers last week with 22. She's in exceptional shape. She's obviously had a really good off-season. She did a great job on Lauren Nicholson early. She's just picked up her second team foul now, and we saw that first play, Tara goes out, Nicholson able to draw the double, kick out for the three-point shot. It'll be interesting to see how the Flyers counter the absence of Reid.
Thanks, Nathan, as we head to a timeout here in the first quarter. Froling on fire early with 8 points. Nicholson already with the 5 after 27 last week. It's a new look Flyers outfit after winning the Wooden Spoon last year. Sydney hoping to be back in finals once again this season. An injury plagued last season the Flames. If they can get a consistent roster out there on the floor, and they'll be a challenger.
I like the way you said that, Jess. They won the Wooden Spoon by not winning enough games. They don't want to get back-to-back spoons. Christy Harrell's going to have a fit.
Already with some strong words after their round 1 loss. Christy Harrell up, wanting an improved performance from the Flyers tonight. And they turned it over, unfortunately, on this occasion. Thompson, how's a spin move delightful?
Luke Longley's impressed. Andrew Bogut sitting courtside.
Couple of legends in the house tonight, enjoying what the Flames are producing so far. And we are going to be chatting to Luke Longley a little later on, so make sure you stay with us for that. So you take a look at the replay. Sweet move.
Unique Thompson from Theodore, Alabama.
Flyers looking to settle. So you see Hayley Peters onto the floor. Marissa against Lauren Nicholson. Shot clock ticking down, and they've lost it. Good defense from the Flames.
Well, that's just relentless defense. They are having to make really strong leads because Sydney are in the passing lanes. They're up and in. They're being physical. They're being aggressive.
Good extra pass.
And Manopu from the corner.
Good ball movement. Girls are playing real unselfish basketball.
Quick transition down the other end. Bourne makes it count.
Just shows the athleticism of Bourne, the fact that she can get a rebound and go coast to coast.
18 points and 9 rebounds for Izzy Bourne last week in her Flyers debut. They're coming across from the Lightning.
That's the sort of defense that the Southside need. Kayla George.
Players go to ground. Some intensity out there early. Great crowd in at the Key Centre tonight.
Offensive foul on the Flyers for Ladies ball.
Flyers ball with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock in the opening term. Strong start to the home side. Here she is, Olivia Apupa. Cannot wait to see what she brings to the Flames this season. Big signing during the week. Hands it off, Nicholson. No good, Shanice Swain with a rebound. And not quite with the finish. Thompson likewise goes again and eventually gets the call.
Laurie, who wants the ball more?
Oh, you cannot give a team 3 opportunities to score and then a 4th one and then you foul. Southside really got to pay attention to some blocking out, making some serious contact.
The WNBL26 season is officially underway. Expect to see world-class athletes, fierce rivalries, and some truly epic basketball that we've already seen already. Get all your WNBL news, info, and tickets at WNBL.com.au or scan the QR code on your screen now. The lead continues to grow for the Flames. What can Izzy Bourne do? Hands it off to Hayley Andrews, who's good off the bench last week. Peters works away inside, puts it up and in.
Nice spin move, got into the key, got to a spot. Turn around midi, all good.
Flames share it around. Shanice Swain from long range is no good. Thompson again strong under the rim and it rolls in. She is loving life in the WNBL so far.
She plays above her height. She's not a huge, tall player, but she's strong, she's physical, and she's played undersized her whole career, so it's not a problem for her, and she's showing that here tonight.
Taylor George from outside the arc.
Yeah, and this is what Unique will learn if she plays in this WNBL season, players' individual tendencies, and Kayla got range from out there.
Swain just trying to step through. Look at the Amy replay. Kayla George. She'll enjoy that.
That's Kayla's strength when she's facing the basket, Laura. She's been doing her work like that for over a decade.
Just the 4 points last week. 18% from the field for Kayla George.
Well, and that's it. We knew that she probably wouldn't come out and play as, you know, quiet game as she did last week. She's back at Sydney. She'd want to prove something to her old club and old teammates and the fans that are there.
Shanae Swain, just 7 minutes on the floor last week as we head courtside to Nathan.
I don't know if you're catching it at home. That bench energy from the Flames is unbelievable, as it should be. They're 28 points still in minute 44 remaining in the first quarter. But they're incredible the way they're being so disruptive defensively. Damon, I throw it to you as a coach. What do you do as the Flyers to counter that defensive energy from the Flames?
You got to have some pressure release. You can't just make it an individual fight. You got to move the ball, set good picks, get each other open. That's got to be the focus. But in good defense will turn into some good offense.
Peters from outside the perimeter.
Well, talking to Guy Malloy during the week, he said that they did make a focus of defense in the first couple of weeks of preseason. In fact, 45 minutes or so each training was spent on defense. Not that his players were that happy about it, but you can see the fruits of that reward now.
Thompson again, another important rebound. Back to Nicholson, comes up short. All the way down the other end, and Nia Luck is onto the floor.
Nia getting some early run. Hell of an athlete, got on a transition just then, didn't finish, but Caleb cleaned up the scratch.
Sydney by 8, final minute of the opening term. Deflection there from Bowyer.
That's what Southside have to do, Damon, is that they need to not let Sydney just get into a rhythm and pass and do whatever they want. They need to be disruptive. They need to get deflections, hands in the passing lane, bump cutters, just so that they're taking them out of their tempo.
It's Peters. Out to George. Give it to Andrews. Gets around Swain. They work it into the corner. Bounces off the rim. 30 seconds left. Froling to Can. Nicholson lost it.
Lauren Nicholson, it's one thing to be one of the fittest mothers in the league, but Guy Malloy's leaving her out there, Lori. She's playing the whole first quarter, and I'm here for it.
Foul's going Froling's way.
Well, I think you could say the same with Can too. She's, you know, a mother. She's got 3 kids, and she is, Michaela, one of the fittest players out there.
Froling wins it back. They'll get another opportunity, the Flames. As the seconds tick down. Here is Michaela Can. Calling the shots. Decides to go herself. Just didn't quite have the finish. A few fumbles in amongst all of that. As the siren sounds for quarter time at the Key Centre. It is the Sydney Flames 28 leading Southside 22.
I reckon we've got a winner over here, the lady with the specials. They're looking a bit shabby, legs are a bit broken. What do we think? Up here. The lady up on the screen now with the white Birkenstocks. Congratulations, you have won a $250 Foot Locker voucher. Now stand up, show us your shoes, come on, bring them back up. Come on everyone, they need a new upgrade. Congratulations.
Ice, give me that ice, give me that cool girl, isn't that nice?
Welcome back to the Key Centre. It is quarter time. The Sydney Flames 28 leading the Southside Melbourne Flyers 22 as we head straight to courtside. Nathan Strempel has all the goss for us at quarter time. Nath?
The atmosphere here at the Key Centre is great, and they're loving the way the Flames are playing. No surprise during quarter time, Guy emphasised defensive pressure, and you've seen the Flames being disruptive. But the way they're executing offensively, it was the same last week against Geelong, doing a great job of spreading the floor, their posts in the screen and roll really quickly, so when the double comes, they move the ball, they're getting open looks.
Thank you, Nath. Jess Webster, Laurie Chiswick and Damon Lowry with you in commentary. What do we think, guys, of that opening quarter?
Well, if you're Christy Harrow, you're a little bit annoyed still because of the defensive start you got off to wasn't great. Clawed themselves back into the game, only down 6, which isn't that big of a deal, but she wouldn't have been happy with the start.
Well, and the other thing she wouldn't be happy with is Sydney had 6-0 boards. You've got to clean that up.
Get an early look here for a turnover. The Flyers. Peters takes it down the other end and gets it done. Andrews, rather.
It's hard to get back on defense on a turnover like that.
Got my Haley's mixed up, Laurie.
It did.
Swain knocks down a big triple. She didn't score last week in the opening round. Started brightly with 4 points so far. Lovely step through and finish.
Well, like last week, Haley Andrews is having a good impact off the bench.
Cut the margin down to 5 points here. The Flyers are looking to pounce. Sweeping pass from George to set up the finish.
Another sloppy, unforced error in the backcourt, from the backcourt. Turnovers are starting to pile up.
No, Locker didn't play last week. Getting some early minutes here. McSpadden. It's no good. A good start to the second quarter for the Flyers.
Timeout.
That is right off the glass.
Laura, we got to talk about it, don't we?
Well, yes, we do, because that's just too easy. There's been a couple of bad breakdowns defensively for the Sydney Flames.
6 point lead at quarter time has nearly been erased here. Just 1 point the difference. Just the response that Christy Harrow would have wanted at quarter time.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's the defense causing these turnovers. It's just some very casual, carefree passes that are getting picked off.
So the turnover is 7-2-5.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, here she is. Not quite. Olivia Cooper. Haley Andrews. George. Andrews will get it back. Now they look for George. Vintage Kayla George.
Well, she is getting that ball exactly where she wants it, in that short corner vicinity where she can just turn, catch, and shoot.
That turnaround off her right shoulder is lethal and has been lethal for as long as I can remember.
Showing absolutely no signs of slowing down is Kayla George. Hates the word retirement.
I agree. Retirement is for suckers. You play for as long as you can. You retired a long time.
Of course, last week Kayla George moved into 3rd on the all-time scoring list in the WNBL.
And today she actually plays her 373rd game, which means that she passes Kristen Veal into 6th spot in the number of games played. And I did a bit of calculation, and if she plays every game this season, plus a couple of playoffs games, she could end up in 2nd behind the great legend Kelly Wilson.
Oof. Unbelievable. I don't think anyone's going to chase down Kelly Wilson's record, Laurie. I don't think.
No, good luck with that one.
And it might stand for some time.
But that's just a testament to how she looks after her body and keeps in game shape. As Agnes tees one off, no good.
Flyers dominating this 2nd quarter. They now have the lead by 3 after trailing by 6 at quarter time. Impressive response.
Well, it is, because that first bit of the quarter, it looked like it was all on Sydney's terms, but not so the case now.
No, Southside definitely has responded. Sure, some harsh terms spoken in the quarter time huddle.
Well, here's your shot to win an official WNBL game ball signed by the WNBL team of your choice. It's easy. Scan the QR code on your screen right now and enter your details for your chance to win. Hayley Peters has been a bit of a basketball nomad in recent years. She's played 75 games in the WNBA for 4 years, 4 teams. And as we head to a timeout here in the 2nd quarter, the Flyers 36, the Flames 31. So the timeout's finally come, Damon.
Finally, yep. I like to stop that run early. Once I see too many turnovers, Laura, we got to talk about it. But it's always going to be a game of momentum swings. So right now, everything is favoring the Flyers. So now it's up to Sydney Flames to respond.
That's exactly right. And that was, you know, the first, as I said, it was all about Sydney to begin with. And then Southside did a great job of responding.
Geelong v Adelaide coming up tomorrow from Geelong Arena. The new look Venom hoping to get on the winners list for the first time this season. Look forward to that contest tomorrow. Still plenty more WNBL action to come across your screens this weekend.
Hey, what about these guys right here? Get the pom-poms working.
Come in, guys, let's go, please. Come in.
Time out here in the 2nd quarter. The Flyers turned around a 6-point deficit at quarter time. They now lead by 5. Damon, what have you noticed has been the change in the 2nd quarter?
They've created some turnovers. Some sloppy by the Flames, but they got in the passing lanes. They just made things a little bit more difficult.
A pooper. Stepping her way through. She'll win it back. This time handing it off to Nicholson. Flyers ball.
As Olivia Pooper gets more comfortable, she's already a champion, already a grand final MVP. But she's only just got here, Laurie. When she gets more familiar with her teammates, we're going to see some lightning.
Let's head courtside to Nathan.
How about that hustle from Olivia Pooper, winning it back for the Flames. You got to love the poise of Guy Malloy as a veteran coach, though, in the timeout. Just talking through some really slight adjustments, why they're giving up that fast break and why things have changed for their fortunes this quarter. Watch for them to bounce back now.
Nathan, have you ever seen from the sideline Guy Malloy get really agitated? Or is he always pretty calm?
He doesn't like it if someone isn't bringing the energy and 10 at the defensive end, I'll tell you that. But great to see with a large amount of his team, fairly young, just getting around them and just really calmly just adjusting what needs to be done. But how about the defensive intensity from this Flames backcourt, adding Olivia Pooper already to the on-ball defense of Michaela Can and Lauren Nicholson.
Good pass.
McSpadden adding a couple more.
The thing about Nicholson, when she's involved in any handoff, dribble penetration, on-ball situation, she's so calm and poised, and she doesn't rush. She's patient, reads what the defense, what the next pass is, and we just saw an example of that.
Nicholson wearing a little bit of contact, then kicks it out. They work it into the corner. McSpadden back to Nicholson. Now looks to go inboard to McSpadden. He's handed it come off last. I think it will be a Flyers ball. Of course, tonight is the first match of the WNBL Indigenous round, and the WNBL referees will be wearing a special design by Kirby Bentley, which means the mark we leave, the role we play, which tells the story of the players of the game, both past and present, with animals from water, land and sky standing over everyone throughout the season. The work from Kirby. Always love the designs of Indigenous round. Everywhere you look, I love the artwork and its many forms.
Well, we always seem to say that the uniforms, as we see Southside uniforms, are just so nice, and we think, gee, it'd be great if they could wear them all year, but the Indigenous artwork is fantastic.
Every year it just keeps going up a notch.
Yeah. And if you get a chance, jump on the WNBL website and read some of the stories that these artists have. For Sydney, it was Stuart James designed their shirts, singlets, and for Southside, Tiffany Hunter. And the stories behind the designs are really amazing.
Flyers lead continues to grow in the second quarter. A trail by 6 at quarter time, then a lead by 6. Impressive turnaround. Peters. Can't get it to go. The rebound to Frolling.
Oof.
Pass it a little bit too much on it.
Just what you're talking about, Damien. Really uncharacteristic turnovers by the Flames that are really resulting in the Flyers taking advantage at the other end.
And as a coach, what can you say? Stop turning the ball over? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, Keena's a veteran. She knows this, normally she's pretty safe with the ball, but that one just got away from her.
The Flames looked so well drilled last week, Laurie, against Geelong. They really looked like they'd had an outstanding preseason. They were clicking. They're all on the same page, but they're a bit unsettled here at the moment, although they do win it back.
Well, I think you have to give, because I think they started the game exactly the same way, really settled. They looked like they were a well-oiled machine, but credit to Southside. They've made a couple of changes, adjustments defensively. Right now, certainly the game is on their terms.
I'm with Izzy Bourne on that one. I hate they anticipate that foul. That looked like a legal screen after she handed it off, but that's the way it goes. As long as Nicholson gets to the hoop, misses a bunny, an offensive rebound again.
She is so good at the decision-making on on-ball screens. We saw Kayla George had a quick show, but it just wasn't enough to deter Nicholson and en route to the basket.
Up to 6 rebounds now. Unique Thompson.
Yeah, Unique is on her way to a double-figure rebounding game. Welcome to the league from Auburn University.
She's been dominating at NBL 1 level. She's been hungry to get her opportunity in the WNBL.
When we say this every season, and we said it last weekend, that the imports always take a little bit of time to adjust to the speed of the game, the physicality, the way the refs are, what the coaches want to do, and they're just going to get better and better each week.
Margin 4 points away, the Flyers. Rocci searching for options. This is the target in Marissa. It's going to roll out of play.
You could see the rotation that Sydney had at that other end was really impressive.
It's Keely Frolling. Nicholson, a pooper. Into the corner. She pulls the trigger and knocks it down.
Cash from the corner, all created by Olivia Pooper. That penetration caused that help out of that strong side corner. And Laws Nicholson made him pay the price.
Maddie Rocci to go inside. Now the momentum is shifting into the favour of the Flames as we check out the Amy replay. Lauren Nicholson from the corner, bang.
Don't you think, Damon, if you're guarding Lauren Nicholson, that you would hedge that help and stay within an arm's length of her?
That is
somebody's penetrating.
That is exactly what I would be thinking, Coach. I'm not leaving Laws Nicholson with her hot hand.
Two of the best coaches with us in commentary tonight. Kelly Froling for three.
This era, three-point shots go up is such a... Gee!
Oh, that's twice looking inside.
And I can see what they're trying to do because Sydney Flames are switching this ball screen. So Izzy Bourne twice had Olivia Poop on, and they just couldn't, they just threw it too far. She's only 6'3", she's not 7'3".
Flames by a couple of points. They've wrestled back the momentum. That's a foul. Things are heating up here at the Key Centre. Hope you're enjoying the contest so far at the Key Centre.
It's a long season, Laurie, but nobody wants to start 0-2.
Yeah. Well, Christy was talking about that, if they, you know, this game, how important it was, because next week they have Townsville. And so you wouldn't want to enter that game being 0-2.
As I said earlier, they won the wooden spoon in inverted commas, but they were... Speaking of Townsville, what a battle this is going to be tomorrow night. The Capitals taking on the Fire. That's going to be a showdown to watch.
Well, I thought those were the two teams of my pick in round one, the Capitals and the Townsville. Both of them looked really complete their roster. So what a game that'll be tomorrow.
Abby Ellis, Townsville is all ready to... She's my MVP after one game.
Going early,
Averaging, as of right now, she is the MVP of the league. 31 points, 10 rebounds. Yeah, but obviously it's a long season, but what a start.
A couple of big calls early. I think Lauren Jackson also tipped Sarah Blitzarves to win the MVP, so I love it. It's shaping up to be a season to remember. We've entered a new era of women's basketball. 2025-26 season. Right now, this is a great battle unfolding in front of our eyes. As you mentioned, Damien, you don't want to go 0-2. I mean, the Flyers have been quite aggressive in turning over their roster, and they certainly don't want to finish bottom of the table again.
No, and like it's hard to, nobody's going to be hitting their straps this early in the season, but you just have to find a way to just get some wins until you can, you know, smooth out all the kinks.
How much grace do you give your players to smooth these things out in the early rounds? Do you give them a week, 2 weeks? When do you start to go, hey guys, it's not clicking and you've got to be better?
I'm giving it to them yesterday, Laurie.
Christy Harrow was pretty aggressive in her post-match comments.
Well, and she said that they had a really tough week at training, really aggressive and physical against each other. Some of them were a bit sore, but she goes, that's the way we want to play. We didn't play the way we wanted to be known as last week, and so we need to make that change. I would say, as long as you can see improvement each game, each week, that, you know, that's okay. Little more time than Damon, I think.
George for two.
Kayla going to her left, that right shoulder is just lethal. You got to know the scouting report, make her do something else, because she's having her way.
Scores a level. Thompson feats it. No good. But Emma, no poo.
As soon as that shot went up, she positioned herself to get in the position to get an O board if it missed, and it certainly paid off for her. That's what I like to see as a coach.
Yeah, you got to have players like that, just chase, goes after every single rebound. Good pass.
George, great pass inside, Bourne. Draws, scores level once more. Seconds ticking down. A pulsating opening half of hoops. What do we got to end the second quarter? Thompson shares it with Emma Nopu off the glass, no good.
They played good defense for 24 seconds, 23 and a half. Just couldn't come up with the possession, the defensive rebound. Sydney calls a timeout. Lori, who are you going to go to this last 7 seconds of the half? What's your set? Who's the ball going to go to?
Well, I really like Emma Nopu, what she's doing out there and her strength. So set up a play where maybe Nicholson draws the defenders out and then send Nopu straight inside to body up and get a nice basket. What about you?
I'm going to just go a straight flat for Olivia Pooper. Put everybody on the baseline and let the little dynamo just create a play, make something happen.
Love that. Get the big signing involved. The Flames by 6 at quarter time. The Flyers flipped the script massively in the second quarter. They ended up leading by as much as 6 points. And they've gone toe-to-toe in the back end of the second quarter. Both sides have had their moments where they're settled and in control, and then they got a case of the fumbles.
Well, you can see the shot clock is under 4 seconds, so they've got to make something happen quickly.
Great crowd in the house tonight. Of course, we had a record attendance in round 1 to kick us off. Here we go. What are they going to draw up the Flames?
Oh.
To Nicholson! Doesn't quite work out, but what an opening half of hoops we have had at the Key Centre. In fact, we've still got 2.7 seconds left. We're not done.
Calm down, Jess. We can still get another bucket. I thought the same. To be honest, I heard that buzzer go off, but it was a shot clock violation. Didn't hit anything.
But how wide open was Nicholson on that shot?
Wide is all outside.
So we've reset to 3.4 seconds. George, she'll have to do something. Time runs out. Now it is halftime. And we're all square at the Key Centre. 43 apiece was the Flames by 6 points at quarter time. As we mentioned, the Flyers came out and quickly erased that lead. They got themselves in front to a handy 6-point lead before the Flames hit back late. And we're all locked up at half-time. The Flames trying to make it 2-0. Flyers want their first win of the season as we head courtside to Nathan Stratton.
Keely Froling, welcome back to the Flames. 11-5 for yourself in the first half. But it's been great to watch the unselfish play for a team that's fairly new together.
Yeah, definitely. You know, that's how we want to play. It's our style. Obviously, we let them back in the game, so we're not happy about that. But we'll adjust at half-time and hopefully give another good 20 minutes.
You mentioned letting them back, but must be happy how you righted the ship towards the back end of that quarter.
Yeah, exactly. We know teams are going to have waves, and we have to learn how to ride them. Hopefully, not as big a wave as that, but you know, it's early days, so we'll get used to it.
Thanks, Keels. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
40 apiece. The Flames and the Flyers going head to head. Stay with us. So much more coming up after the break.
Need a timeout.
first half of Friday Night Hoops we have seen to kick off the WNBL Indigenous round between the Sydney Flames and the Southside Melbourne Flyers. Overall square at half-time. What a contest it has been. It was the Flames by 8 points at quarter time. The Flyers hit back in that second quarter to draw scores level. Jess Webster with you alongside WNBL Coach of the Year, Laurie Chiswick, and NBL champion Damon Lowry. Laurie and Damon, what a first half of hoops. What have you liked?
Well, I've liked, both teams have done some exceptional things. So we've seen that the Flames started off just on fire, I can say that. And then to the credit of the Southside, they fought back. They became much more focused defensively and really had all the momentum in that second quarter, Damon. And I think they did a really good job of getting back into it, and then it's just been a grind.
Yeah, both teams filling each other out early. It's early in the season. Sydney gets a good start early, and then Southside Flyers makes a comeback. So right now, both teams, I guess they could maybe tidy up their turnovers. 10 for the Flyers, 9 for the Flames. Other than that, it's an even game. It's basically 0-0.
Plenty to like on the Hungry Jacks halftime highlights here at the Key Centre. 43 apiece as we take a look at the Blackmores head-to-head player profiles. Damon Froling with the 11 points, Kayla George with the 13. Both have had their moments in the first half.
They have. Kayla George has just proven that she's probably sleeping in the fountain of youth or bathing in the fountain of youth. She's looking good out there, 6 for 7 from the field, hit her 1 3-pointer with the 5 boards, and doing real well as Keely, 11 and 5.
Well, let's head courtside. Soaking up the atmosphere is Nathan Strempel, and he's also got a very special guest with him. Over to you, Nath.
I'm joined here by Pania. Pania, recently nominated for an ARIA Award. It must be a pretty exciting point in your career.
Yeah, very exciting, very exciting.
Tell me more about it. How did the nomination come about? Did they just hit you up with a text? How does it look?
Yeah, ARIA hit me up, called me one morning. They're like, "Yo, P, you're nominated. We love your soft girl R&B music. Come through."
And I'm sure they're not alone in loving your music. We love it too. Tell me about loving things. You're here at the basketball with us. You're originally from Melbourne, now home's in Sydney. You've got a friend who's a former Melbourne Tiger sitting next to you.
Melbourne Tiger. I'm friends with all the ballers.
Is she giving you all the hoops tips?
Always, always. She's telling me what's going on. I'm like, why is she? Yeah, she's just my spectator.
I like it. Well, in terms of what's going on, what are you enjoying most out here tonight?
I'm enjoying watching the Melbourne side. Shout out Melbourne, home city. It's good. I've never been to a women's NBA basketball game, so it's sick. Great atmosphere.
Good to have you here, Pania. Enjoy it. Back to you, Jess.
Love your work, Nathan. Thanks to R&B star Pania for joining us tonight, Laurie and Damon, as we are going to take a look now, a little closer look at the Fountain of Youth, Kayla George and her shot chart, her forward shot chart. Laurie, what do you see there?
Well, I can see that it's much, much better than it was last week. She has got a scoring mentality. She still will get assists. She's just that sort of player. But I like the way she's spotting up in her favorite spot. We can see a couple of short corners. In the paint, she's been a focus in the paint, and she's still got that three-point shot. So she's doing a really good job.
So much to look forward to in the second half. Scores are level, but stay with us because after the break, we have three-time NBA champion Luke Longley joining us. Stay with us. Sorry, I looked down my sheet.
Everybody know about it. Everybody hard on it. Climbing up the whole mountain. Anything you want.
Pick up Latina Fresh, Australia's favourite pasta and sauce. Latina, we got the weeknight.
Check out the alliums. They'd go great with the hydrangeas below.
Are those us to say?
Yeah, they should not.
Hungry Jack's fried chicken, saucy tenders, crispy, juicy, smothered in 3 delicious sauces. Come on, be cute and messy. New saucy tenders, pure happiness and Hungry Jack's.
Okay, let's look at the ladies in their 5 bits as they arrived earlier this dinner, I reckon, after. Love a bit of Flames merch. Cannot go wrong with this big here. Flames fans, let's get around the girls. Is he rocking those pink shoes? Love it. Right here. Nice again now. Flames merch cannot beat this. Absolute stunning. She looks like she's going out after a little bit. Nice. Cannot beat that classic fit. Love the red flag too to match. All these girls are rocking their fits on game day. Super happy. Everyone watches women's sport. And that's why we're here tonight. Hey, Flames fans, let's get around this. Some more Flames merch. Love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a road trip, our Flames take on the Canberra Capitals right here at Key Center on November 9. Get your tickets now. Flames versus Caps. We want you all to be a part of the Flames.
Thanks for being with us. Second half action not far away. I'm with Flames or Hoops Capital part owner Luke Longley. Your thoughts on the first half?
It's been a lot of fun to watch. This team has its new team for us, and I'm loving the physicality. I'm loving having McSpadden and Froling and Unique in there, those big bodies, giving the girls a hard time. Moving the ball well. Love to see a few more open shots, but it's good entertainment. It's close.
It's nice that you mentioned the bigs. I should say three-time NBA champion as well as part owner. And no doubt focusing on the bigs. Kayla George, a legend in the game, and like you say, the Flames girls haven't taken a backward step.
No, it's been quite combative, which has been fun to watch. And Michaela's not going to back down from anyone, and we got a whole host of bodies to throw at her. So I'm enjoying watching that battle. I'm sitting there next to Andrew Bogut, and both of us are watching it. I watched the game from the baseline best because that's where I lived, and it's great.
Well, talking about sitting with Bows, a couple of the all-time greats in the bigs department. You both played with guards that weren't that good at feeding the ball, but Lauren Nicholson does a great job of seeing the double coming and hitting the sealer.
This Flames team moves the ball beautifully. There's no selfish players out there, and they're moving great off the ball. And sometimes with women's basketball, I think there's more of that. They're a bit more giving, and there's a lot more movement. It's great.
Really appreciate your thoughts, Luke. Enjoy the second half.
All right, I'm Will.
Oh, how good is that? Luke Longley in the house and enjoying the game so far at halftime. The Sydney Flames, Southside Melbourne Flyers, both locked on 43 apiece. We're about to get the third quarter underway. Flames hoping to make it 2-0 to start the season. The Flyers desperate for their first win of the year after going down to the UC Capitals by 9 points in front of a big crowd at John Cain Arena last week. Here's Tara Reid, who was strong last week, 22 points last week. Hasn't quite found her range so far.
I like the way they tried to get her involved. First possession, had 22 points for game one. Was sit on the bench most of the first half in foul trouble. They're trying to make her a focal point.
She has such an explosive first step.
See if I can get her going in this third quarter. Reid, just go inside to George. She's been strong in the opening half. Out to Rocci, and now Bourne, feet set. Ooh. Oh, it rattles out. A good looking effort. Unique Thompson. Tim Nicholson and drives hard, she's lost it. Flies back the other way, the fast transition, Bourne, lovely pass, and they get it done through Marissa.
Good to see Marissa get on the scoreboard. McKenna didn't score last game, only played the 9 minutes. She scored 2,000 points in college, Lori, so I know it's in her. So she just needs a couple of confidence buckets.
Thompson wide open.
Well, I think
Get it done.
sorry, Jess, I think it's a matter of, too, her coming out of college, you know, coming to our league, getting used to the physicality. Sort of like when Jazz Shelley came out, her first season, you know, had a brilliant college career, but just found the physicality a little bit hard to get used to. But you now look at her, and I'm assuming that that'll happen with Marissa as well.
Family, of course, are Penn State legends, and McKenna holds the game's record, number 3 in career scoring. She had attention from colleges as early as 5th grade. About a dozen offers before she settled at a family university at Penn State.
Yeah, we do that nonsense in America. Rank kids in junior high. Tara Reid just gave a nice fundamental move. Shot, fake, jab, one dribble, get on the rim. You don't need to do all this extra dribbling to pound the life of the ball. If you're fundamental, you can get to your spots quick. That's 2 fouls she's drawn in 2 possessions.
The opportunity for Burgers. We'll have to wait until another time. Nicholson to Thompson. One-on-one in the cage with George. Comes up short.
Another O board. They had 10 O boards at halftime.
Nicholson goes for it. Flyers by 3. Scores will level at halftime. Maddie Rocci, player she's been in this competition. Looks to feed Bourne, who works hard for that bucket.
Really good, Maddie Rocci. Just recognized the switch straight away and got it into her rolling teammate. Really nice basketball.
Let's take another look.
Help got there just a little bit late. And when the help gets there late, might as well not be there. Izzy Bourne, great size, great finish with either hand.
Rising star of women's basketball is Izzy Bourne, on the Townsville tip-off MVP. Flies by 5, shot clock ticking down for the Flames. What can Lauren Nicholson do? Under pressure, gives it to Thompson. Oh, not today, says Kayla George.
That's the defense that Christy Harrah's been preaching, Laurie.
It is. Those players won't be going sitting on the bench beside her.
I think I saw a little smile on the face of Kayla George after that. Must be such a great feeling. Rocci takes it down the floor and goes all the way herself. How about that?
Maddie Rocci trying to get herself involved. If you can get it down in transition without running any set offense. Lead out to 7.
Swain to Can. And now to Thompson. Emma no boot. Oh, off the board.
Did she call that? Did she call that bang?
I don't think so.
Didn't hear it.
Flies and turn it over. Flames looking to punish. They go inside to Thompson. This time against George. She misses the target. Tara Reid to Bourne. Feet set wide open. Can't get it done.
Woo.
Swain! Hello! Welcome to Friday Night Hoops.
Yeah, she like that. Everybody knows Shanice Swain is like that. You got to pay real close attention when she cross half court. Her light is green as hell, Laurie.
It is, and she will. She's got the confidence to shoot that, and I thought she looked a little, wow, good answer.
By McKenna Marissa.
She's inserting herself into the game, but I thought Swain looked a little tentative last week, but I tell you what, if we look at this Amy replay, this is the opposite of tentative. Whack!
It's a pretty casual approach there from Shanice Swain, and then back-to-back triples. Marissa says, I'll have a little bit of that too. So we've cranked things up a notch in this third quarter at the Key Center.
Sydney shot 7 of 15 from deep in the first half. Always good at when you're home. Always feel a little bit more comfortable, but Shanice is leaving a couple points on the board from the free throw line.
Well, I think anytime a team shoots over 40% from the three-point line, that's a good result.
Yeah, it is. Can't say I ever done that myself, but anyway.
Yeah.
Flyers by 3. Rochi's lifting. So is Shanice Swain. Frolling, working on Bourne, hands it off to Can. Swain trying to get past Kenna Marissa. Frolling back to
can't
Swain.
help off of her.
She gets it done.
No.
She is feeling it. Shanice Swain, welcome back.
We've got a level ball game once more. Flames by 6 at quarter time. Scores level at half time. Bourne. Rochi under the rim.
You got to know who you're guarding, Lori. One pass away.
Let's head.
McKenna jumped in there real quick and just got back in time to get that 3 ball in her face.
Sorry, Damon. Let's head courtside to Nathan. What do you got for us, Nath?
It is all aboard the Swain train here at the Key Centre, Jess. It feels like the fans have just been waiting for the train to take off this season, and she is now rolling. And while she's at it, check out her wheels. Stuart James didn't just do the jerseys for the Flames, for Shanice Swain as well as Keely Forling, Lara McSpadden, Maddie Norris and Kayla Can has done one-of-a-kind Indigenous artwork on their shoes too. Catch a look at their wheels if you get a chance.
Wow. Absolutely love that. Thanks, Nath. We did get a shot of it earlier when she was at the line.
10.5 if there's any spares laying around.
Absolutely loving it. 5 minutes left in this third quarter. George to Bourne, now Peters. Nicely done.
Wow. Been really impressed with the young lady from New Jersey, Haley Peters. Just playing some real good basketball, shooting 57% on 4 of 7 shooting.
Here she is, Peters. Cross to Andrews. Frolling broke it up.
There's been a lot of up and backs without a break right now.
Eminopu off to Swain from long range. Couldn't quite.
Look at Peters dodged the bullet. I'm telling you, you think Shanice won't shoot that? Oh, ooh, they sparkly too.
Wow.
How amazing are those kicks?
There's that up and in pressure. Ooh, they just got it over the center line.
Flirting with danger, the Flyers. Peters back to Rochi. Into George in the corner. Caesar opening. Margin sits at 4. Swain looking to go inside, but Bourne got a hand in there.
Yeah, coaches are saving their timeouts to the last quarter, Lori. I guess they're just letting the girls play through. They're just getting rest on subs.
Here's your chance to score bragging rights when you put your WNBL knowledge to the test. Scan the QR code on screen to play the WNBL quiz. Can you beat the buzzer? Damon and Laurie, we might have to play that when we're off air a little later tonight.
Well, I heard you ask Bet Cole and Carly Wilson last week who would win out of that. I'm not sure if we got a definitive answer or not.
We just looked at each other.
Yeah.
They just eyeballed each other. Swain. Gives it to Nicholson. Worked really hard and got the call.
They've done a good job on Nicholson. She has 8 points so far, and given what she came off of last weekend.
Yeah, Nia Locke just got way too close. Didn't have a good defensive stance and lost her gap. Get that close, giving Lauren Nicholson no choice, no other alternative but to put her head down and get on the rim. Got herself to the strike.
She said pre-season she's not going to retire until Sydney wins the championship. She's hungry for a title. is the difference. Rocci searching for options. Hands it to Peters. Oh, the contact. Let it fly. It was no good. Andrews.
Good defensive possession.
Well, I was going to say both teams haven't been able to score as freely as they did in the first half. The defense from both teams has really cranked up and made every shot contested, made every shot a little bit more difficult.
Less than 3 to go in the third quarter. Arm wrestle is turning out to be as Swain makes a move. Work it into the corner.
Whoa, hey.
Oh, and tension starting to rise.
Good job by Kayla getting everybody in. Let's not lose our head here. She played a play on the ball. It was a sloppy play on the ball. A little bit reckless, but she attacked her. Keely attacked her closeout. Haley Peters want to be under control. And I don't think, I like that matchup. If it's Keely and her on the perimeter, Lori, I want to back Keely in from the perimeter.
Well, I can see, I just thought when she went by her and she wrapped her arm around to try and secure the ball, that maybe that could have been ranked as unsportsmanlike.
Falling, can't get it done off the glass. George with a rebound. Here comes Maddie Rocci. Peters, now Haley Andrews. Shanice Swain to contend with. Now to Lock.
Great off the ball cut. Just read the defense well, turned her head. Just that fraction was able to get it and extend that arm and finish.
Who can steady in these last couple of minutes to take the momentum into the last break? Cooper's no good. Wins it back. Drives hard. Still waiting for her to set this match alight. You feel it's coming. Lily Peters to Haley Andrews. Frolic knocks it out.
The defensive intensity is definitely lifted. Both teams making passes difficult. Here comes all the subs. See, Lori, coaches not calling timeouts for the rest. They're just subbing girls out.
Let's head courtside. What are you seeing down there, Nathan?
Well, there's definitely some tensions raising. I was about to say the last 3 plays have resulted in someone being thrown to the floor. An unsportsmanlike foul is only a moment away, as you see Kayla George committing the offensive foul there, but that might not be the last one. It looks like this game's just ready to blow up. It's right on the edge.
Stay safe down there, Nath. But you can see what it means, these two sides. Desperate to win tonight. Such a healthy rivalry between these two sides as well. Thompson against George.
Oh, no.
Swats it away. Rocci to George. First quarter foul. Players just need to keep their cool out there.
Damon Flyers do a lot of starting their offense with the elbow action, so getting it into one of the players there and then playing off of that. Do you think that suits them, that style?
Well, I wouldn't mind necessarily seeing like Izzy Bourne getting an elbow catch, because she's somebody that can rip through, get on the rim in one dribble. But I would like to just assert the size and dominance down low and not get too cute with it.
Yeah.
I would just put Kayla George on that either block and let her draw the defense and make a good decision.
After 4 points last week, she's put 15 up tonight, Kayla George.
Well, and she played the full 20 minutes of the first half, so I think the sub there is to just give her a little bit of an extended break with the 3/4 time break. Another offensive rebound by the Flames.
Swain. Aggressive pass to Nicholson.
That is good ball movement, all set up by that offensive rebound. Good pass in here, good finish. Nia Locke just got caught on the top side.
Nicholson steps to the strike for a cover.
That's something I do like about Sydney is that any cut they make, they're cutting to score. They're cutting to be ready. Laws Nicholson didn't have her back turned thinking, I'm just going to clear out. She was ready to catch that ball.
2 for 2. Flames got out to the Flyers, rather. 6-point advantage. Flames staying in touch. Flipping down towards three-quarter time. Locke. Cam takes it away. Hands it off to Nicholson. Just couldn't get it to go. Flyers with their opportunity to extend their advantage. In a hostile environment, Rochi's waiting to make a move. Now she goes for it. And she's run into trouble.
They tried to ice that ball screen lower at the top, which is a very difficult place to do it, but McCann did a good job of fighting over this screen. She gets over it. Could have been a foul there, no call, but then there's too many hands in right here.
Yeah.
You can take your pick who you want to call that foul on.
It's experience, isn't it?
Okay. I know you're hungry.
All right, do they want burgers here?
Pressure's on Maddie Rochi.
Oh! Burger tees. Nice drive on the buzzer by McCann. Hit it with the inside out, got on the rim. We got a 3-point game.
She set us up for a grandstand finish at three-quarter time. The Southside Melbourne Flyers 62, leading the Sydney Flames 59.
Thanks for being with us here for WNBL action. Coming into the fourth quarter, it's the Flyers. A 3-point lead over the Flames. And this is what we love about WNBL basketball. The Flames came out hot, 28 points in the first quarter, and then only 31 for the next 2 quarters combined as both teams made adjustments. Big final quarter coming up.
Thank you, Nate. Here we go. 1 quarter to go at the Key Centre. The Flyers hanging on to a 3-point lead, although Bourne adds to the tally.
Exactly what you were talking about, Damo. Go for it.
Yeah, it's not rocket science, is it? Nice cut, nice back screen on the weak side to get Izzy Bourne underneath the basket where she can just use her size. Easy layup. Can we see it again?
George with the rebound. She's been so important tonight. Up against her old side. Peters to Bourne. Back out to George. Lets it fly. It's no good. Shanice Swain takes it away. Swing it around. Nicholson makes her move. Flyers come up with it. Strong start to the final term. Tara Reid feeding ball. Oh, Unique Thompson.
We've seen one of these every round, Laurie.
Here's the Amy replay. Unique Thompson with the big rejection.
Wow, I thought that was just an automatic 2 until we saw her coming out of the air.
Right here, Flames fans, defense.
Flames applying the pressure on the Flyers.
There's a mismatch. Keep it simple.
Can Izzy Bourne be the difference?
Oh, footwork!
Final quarter! Delightful! Oh, that was sweet.
Time out on the floor. Check your scores.
Look at this.
Look at this.
66.
A little bit of a dream, Dusty. A little bit of an Akeem Olajuwon dream shake. Izzy got good feet.
So we're heading to a timeout here in the last quarter. A great contest so far. Flames by 6 at quarter time. Scores a level at half time. Flyers up by 3 at 3/4 time, and they've extended their lead to 7 points. Important messages being relayed at the moment. Flames really dominated the start. There's been a series of momentum shifts. Right now, it's sitting with the Flyers. They look to get on to the winners list for the first time this season.
This isn't just any coach that's coaching the Southside Flyers. We're talking about Christy Harrower, 4-time Olympian, Defensive Player of the Year when she used to get down back in the day. So she wouldn't sleep at night good, Laurie, if her team did not play defense.
And that is exactly the message that she sent to her players during the week. And that's the style she wants. That's the style she's going to demand as a coach.
An absolute legend of basketball in Australia. Play back underway in the final quarter. Flyers with a handy 7-point buffer. We know that can be erased very quickly. Kayla Can out to Shanice Swain. Oh, what a move.
Good body control, excellent penetration by McCann to create that whole thing. Got herself into the key, collapsed the defense.
Great response from round one. Didn't play much game time, and a little bit of an interrupted preseason did Shanice Swain, but she's got 13 points tonight. She get her side back in the contest. Born out to George. They swing it across to Andrews. Now they go to Tara Reid. One of their best in round one.
Shot clock violation? Nope, foul.
Oh, I think the foul was called right.
Foul was called just
on the buzzer.
The buzzer. Yep. So let's check in courtside to Nathan. What do you got for us, Nathan?
The atmosphere here keeps escalating. Right on the shot clock there, Unique Thompson had that big block out of bounds before. Went after that one. It was Emma Nopu going after that one. Her fourth foul, crucial call. But what you see on the baseline, you got two-time Olympian Jenny Screen sitting next to 3 Sydney Kings, Kelly LePepe, Tyler Robinson, Jason Spurgeon. You look along, Shelley Gorman, recently eclipsed to become the 4th all-time leading scorer. They're all sitting on that baseline, losing their mind.
I think we're all losing our minds at the moment. It's been a great game of basketball. Kick-off round 2 of the WNBL.
Oh.
Thompson underneath.
She didn't quite realize how open she was to begin with.
Looked around and thought, oh, there's no one here.
That middle ball screen, giving the Flyers some issues, is how do you defend Shanice Swain when she comes off? You hard show, you trap her. Either way, that rotation's got to come. Somebody's got to come and tag that roller. That was too easy.
Keely Frawley for Agnes Seminobu.
Keely Frawling back into the game.
Beautiful teamwork. George to Reed, and she's pretty pumped up.
Well, again, we see that explosive first step with Reed, and we know how well she can get her feet into the paint and finish. She's long, she's athletic, and that was absolutely on display here.
Yep, she caught Shanice Swain. She didn't adjust. Yep. And Kayla George is dropping dimes.
Flyers by 7. Flames will maintain possession.
Returning. Agnes Seminobu and number 0, Olivia Abuba.
Teams better take advantage of young Olivia Apupe not being quite at 100% just yet, because she's not playing that many minutes as of yet, but when she finds some form, she's going to be dangerous. Good pass. Good extra pass.
Nicholson knocks it down. Big time bucket from Lauren Nicholson. So we head courtside to Nate.
Thanks, Jess. Laurie, question for you. Talk to me as a coach about mindset. We've seen Tara Reid sit out for most of the first half with foul trouble. She's had the last couple of baskets for the Flyers, and she's had another look there, just at mindset, being able to stay in the game despite being out of it for the first half.
Well, I think that's something that you have to do as a player. So you have to be on the bench. You have to be talking to your teammates. You have to find a way to stay involved. You know you're going to get back in the game. You're not fouled out. So you'd better be ready come the second half. And she certainly looks like she is.
Will be on the Flyers.
Ooh, a little bit of sparks out there.
There's been intense feeling in this one, right from the opening tip-off.
He's up number 3, Kayla George.
They're saying, Unique, you got the foul. Just focus on the free throws.
Thompson to the line. Shooting two.
Don't get tangled up with the refs. They talk a different language than us.
Nails the first.
Free throws are going to be so important this last quarter. At the three-quarter time, Sydney were shooting at 72%, Southside at 83%.
So timeout again here in the fourth quarter. 6 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock. Flyers by a couple of points. What are you feeling, Laurie? We're going to continue to go down to the wire here, or does either side have the ability to break it open?
Well, I don't feel like either team has got a momentum swing right now. I think it's just a grind out there, and it's a bit of a chess match with the coaches. Lots of subs are being made, so who's matched up on who, the plays, you can see all the players are really intent out there. So I think it is going to go down right down to the wire.
How lucky are we as we look at the Perth Lynx on screen? Sydney Flames in the next game, and Perth coming off a good win in Adelaide.
It's a big weekend for the Flames. They'll head over to take on Perth in the West. Big round 2 for them. Look forward to that contest on Sunday. But right now, we cannot take our eyes off the Key Centre.
I feel like the Flyers, Laurie, should go inside and work. Kayla George is back in the game. Kayla George and Izzy Bourne with some high-low type action. One of them is going to have a mismatch down low.
So Izzy Bourne played a bit of 3x3 with you, Damon. Do you see that translating into her 5-on-5 game? Do you see anything, any similarities?
Yeah, I do. She's way more aggressive now. Early on in her 3x3, we went to Thailand as Kayla tees one off, and she's a little bit tentative to shoot from the outside. Just get familiar with the new format. But it's all about confidence, and she's playing with a lot of it right now.
Hooper misses her opportunity, but Unique Thompson has been huge. It ends with Nicholson.
Agnes. Get yourself an Agnes on your team if you want extra possessions.
Another O-board. Hooper's coughed it. Straight up to Hayley Peters.
Di Malloy described her as a glue player, that she just really was the ultimate glue player for a team. Agnes Emma-Nipu.
Returning for the Flyers is number 9, Rd2. Right back at it. Nothing easy, Flames fans.
Flies by 2. Rd2 makes a move. It's a foul.
An aggressive drive.
Foul will be on the Flames.
Aggressive move, get herself to the free throw line. Maddie Roach has been relatively quiet today. But one thing about her is she always attacks the hoop, plays with some violence.
When you have a look at now, Sydney are on 4 fouls with over 5 minutes to go. So the next foul they commit, they'll send them to the line every single time. So they're going to have to be aware of that. And I'm sure Southside are as well.
3-time championship player Maddie Roche extends the Flyers' lead ever so slightly. Olivia Opupa, a turnover. Roche to Peters, back to Roche. Oh, bounces off the rim.
Did everything right, got the steal, made the good pass, just couldn't finish the bunny.
Flames with their opportunity.
We see Tara Reid back on Nicholson, just using her length.
Here is Nicholson. Oh, no good from 3-point range, Amanopu.
That is good individual defense. Sometimes it just comes down to, can you guard your yard individually without anybody needing the help? And Lori, we are in our favorite time, crunch time.
Don't forget to download the free WNBL app to catch every score, story and stat. It's the fastest way to stay courtside with the WNBL. Scan the QR code on your screen now. 4.5 to play. It's been an incredible battle all night. Froling stuck a hand in there. Bourne gets it back.
There she is.
Yeah. And that little... Oh, Unique Thompson again with the denial. She is making her mark. Froling in the corner. Nicholson wins it back.
Good rip.
Oh, how's the move? Memanopu just not quite the finish. Froling just asking the question to the ref.
Good pass. Look at his block. Unique said, no, not tonight. All ball. And then Agnes just missed the bunny. And Kayla, yeah, if I'm Keely, I don't like that neither, get smacked upside the head like that.
I don't think anyone would.
Nah.
Damon, just quietly.
And Kayla walks, Lori, like you said, the foul count. She walks 93 feet for 2 free throws.
Big moments coming up.
Well, it's really important both teams keep their heads. They don't let the referees affect, you know, how they play this last little bit of this game, because it's still anybody's ball game.
2 from 2 from George at the line. Flames maintain possession. Who's going to be the difference maker, Damon, do you think, for the Flames? Who can rise in these moments?
I think the difference maker's on the bench at the moment, Shanice Swain. I'll find a way to get her back in this game.
Good pressure from the Flyers. Oh, Peters.
Oh, no. Laura, can you give the people in Australia a definition on foul discipline?
Well, that's you know, when you send somebody to the line right now, you just there was no need for that. She wasn't in a scoring position. She wasn't. It's just you can be there, but you got to keep your hands out. There's, you know, this is just a gimme 2 points now. But you called it, Damon, in the third quarter. We're getting all our timeouts now.
3 minutes and 28 seconds left. So the Flames by 6 at quarter time. We will level at 3/4 time. Flyers with their noses in front by 3 points at 3/4 time. And they've just held the Flames at arm's length a little bit in this final quarter. It has been an arm wrestle for most of the contest.
The Flyers want to make sure they don't come out of this timeout and they be too stagnant. You still want to get the ball through some hands, get some good body movement, and then I will go into a ball screen with either Kayla or Izzy Bourne.
See our courtside reporter Nathan Strempel just at the back of that Flyers huddle. Might cross to him in a moment to see what he heard. As the Flames head back out onto the court. Nicholson bringing them together as we head to Nathan courtside.
Thanks, Jess. Standing in that Flyers timeout, Chrissy Harrower coaching like a 4-time Olympic point guard, just talking about staying aggressive, but also being smart and poised as they're currently with a 6-point lead, 3.5 remaining. Damon, it's interesting you're talking about foul discipline as you brought that up. Guy Malloy was standing right in front of me screaming, don't foul, don't foul. And as we mentioned, don't foul. Both Kayla George, Keely Froling on 4 fouls with only 3.5 remaining now.
Pretty simple message, isn't it, Damon? Don't foul.
Yeah. I think you wouldn't have to remind your players of that, but sometimes you do.
So the lead is out to 8. It's a game-high lead for the Flyers at the moment.
Tara Reid's doing a really good job on Nicholson as she fouls her, as I'm saying that. But I think Tara Reid, the second, we know she sat a lot in that first half with foul trouble, but she's come in and done a really good job on Nicholson as well as being an influence on the offensive end.
I'm coming with Shanice Swain. I need some 3-point shooting on the floor from Guy Malloy.
Here's Cam working the baseline. Eminopu. Reid with the rebound. How do they work the last 3 minutes of the clock, Laurie? The Flyers, as Chrissy mentioned, just remain composed.
Yeah, you don't want to go negative and you don't want to go passive, but that is great. Rocci, the timing of that, drawing the defense, keeping the ball in her hands till the defense had to commit, then just a nice little lob up to George.
They're going to make inroads on this 10-point deficit, the Flames. Starts right here. What can they manufacture? Thompson using her strength, but it's a travel.
Great D by Izzy Bourne, just held her ground. And Guy Malloy got the studio bugs, shoving Shanice Swain back into the game. Sorry, not Izzy Bourne, Haley Peters. Held her ground, forced to travel. In the last possession, Laura, they got the ball through hands and it ended up in a pick and roll. Sometimes when they start off with a pick and roll, it gets really terminal and they end up getting the shot within the 5 seconds. They want to use a little bit of clock at the same time.
Well, plus it shifts the defense a bit. So the defense is not in the exact position that they necessarily want to be.
Also coming up this weekend, the champs, the Bendigo Spirit, taking on the new look Geelong Venom, Red Energy Arena, 7 o'clock Tuesday. We look forward to that. What do we think of the new Venom?
Yeah, I like their uniforms. I like their colors and what they have. And I wasn't so sure about the snake action on Saturday evening.
Take some good news to it. I'll warm to it.
But again, it'll be great through each game to see the Indigenous uniforms that each team have, because they are spectacular.
Let's head courtside, check in with Nath.
Guy Malloy once again in that timeout, reiterating not fouling, but they're going to be up and in, trying to cause turnovers, trying to pull back this 10-point margin, and then look to them to try and get quick shots.
Flyers in control. They lead by 8. Rocci. Got a jump. Just over 2 minutes left.
They ran the same exact action. Maddie Rocci tried to split the ball screen just then. Katie Frawley did a good job tying her up.
Yeah, they need some quick baskets here, whether it's either a quick penetration in or set somebody up for a three-point shot. Swain's on the court. Whoa.
A couple of nervous moments. Here's Michaela Can. Oh, it had to go in and it didn't. Right, it's going to stay with the Flames.
Flames ball.
Ken to inbound, hands it to Nicholson. Back to Ken. Pulls the trigger, it goes down.
Long 2, not a 3.
That's a tough shot when you're running backwards.
It is.
Need to get a stop here.
You would think that Southside are going to just use the clock.
You almost got to start playing the foul game now, Lori, because down 8. But
it's just they can chew too much time off the clock.
That's right. Flyers are playing with a lot of poise down the stretch. You can go on the road, take the crowd out of it, execute.
Denying the crowd burgers. 1 from 2 for Rocci at the line. Here we go, 9 points the difference. 1.5 minutes left. All needs to go their way, the Flames. Nicholson with the O board, and on the second attempt gets it done.
Haley Peters didn't box out. Lori Nicholson made her pay.
Heading to another timeout. 7 points the difference. Kayla George has been huge, 19 points, 11 rebounds for her tonight after a quiet opening round where she scored just the 4 points. She's been so crucial for the Flyers tonight. Izzy Bourne with the 13, Maddie Rocci with the 10 points. Haley Peters, the bench with 13.
And Kayla George has played 37 minutes. I'm from the school that your best players log big minutes. That's just where I'm from. And as long as Kayla is not in foul trouble, not injured, there's no reason. She's a veteran of the highest order. She knows how to look after herself. 37 minutes should not be an issue.
Playing her 18th season, 4 titles.
She's got an amazing resume when you add in all her WNBL and then her opals and all her commitments WNBA. She's played all over the world.
I stopped at those 2 stats because I'd be here all night, I think, Laurie, if I kept going through her resume. But even in the resume in the last 5, 6 years of her career, it's been remarkable the level that she keeps playing at. And she's not done yet. Here she is, Kayla George, handing it off to Rocci.
6 seconds.
So she takes them on, Maddie Rocci.
I don't mind it. Good offense, used up 22 seconds on the shot clock. Maddie attacked the hoop, put pressure on the defense and the referees. Now they got to catch it and pretty much shoot it.
Flames ball.
So either way, whether they're shooting 2s or 3s, it's a 3-possession game with just a minute to go for Sydney.
Shanice Swain, she's on the floor. Handing it off to Froling.
They're going to run out of time.
They need something special here, Sydney.
This is smart basketball by the Flyers. We're not taking any quick shots.
Get the foul.
Christy Harrow subbed in Haley Andrews, an extra ball handler, free throw shooter.
This is where they need you now.
Well, the thing about Southside right now is that they've got 3 fouls to give. So to be honest, if Sydney are looking like they've got something set up, they can foul them as long as they don't foul the shooter. They've got a couple before they send them to the line, so they're in a really commanding position right now.
Go ahead and call it, Laura. Is it over? No, not yet. Now is it over?
I'm nodding my head. As much as you always say it's never over till it's over, it's over.
It's over.
Kayla George.
What a great effort by Southside.
Stops them in their tracks. Maddie Rocci with ball in hand. We'll give it to Kayla George for the final say against her old side. Couldn't get it done. Shanice Swain still fighting. A late bucket to Shanice Swain. But the Southside Melbourne Flyers came to enemy territory and they're on to the winners list for the first time in WNBL 26. An impressive victory away from home, and they take down the Flyers, the Flames 81-76. A fantastic game of women's basketball on Friday night.
Coming up shortly, everybody will
Was the Flames by 6 points at quarter time. They put 28 points on the board in the first term. Southside flipped the script in the second quarter. They got out to as much as a 6-point lead. Flames hit back late and scores were level at half-time. Flyers with their noses in front by three-quarter time by 3. It was an arm wrestle of a final quarter, but they held on to Southside Melbourne Flyers after losing their opening round match to the UC Capitals by 9 points. They get their first win of the new season as we take a look at the full-time match stats. Laurie Chiswick and Damon Lowry. It's just a great game of basketball to watch.
It really was. I thought there was a lot for both teams, some really good shooting, some good defense at times, and good understanding of the game by the Southside Flyers. I thought just when, you know, they needed to show a lot of poise, they did just that at the right crucial times. Good decisions.
Agree 100%, Laurie. When you go on the road, you cannot lose your head. They got down a little bit early, but they managed to get back in the game and the execution down the stretch. And the Flames are only going to get better. Olivia Pupa is going to come into some form. Don't worry about that. So it's early, like we said last week. It's round 2. Nobody's going to be hitting their straps just yet, so there's no need to panic.
Our player of the match, who led her team from start to finish against her old side. It is, of course, Kayla George. 19 points, 11 rebounds, and she's downstairs with Nathan Stratton.
Kayla, you're tonight's MVP. Way to get that win. It looked pretty physical out there. Maybe the definition of a Kayla George revenge match tonight?
Physical? I don't know what you're talking about. It was pretty friendly out there. No, it was, it was pretty physical. And I mean, always come back to your old home. It can be a bit physical, a bit emotional, a bit of added emotion. But look, I was really hyped for us. We needed that win to get our season going, get on the winners column. So I'm super hyped for our girls. And
defense to the focus after last week, not getting the result last week. 28 in the first quarter for Flames, but then to hold them to, I'm looking at it now, a touch under 50 for the 3 remaining quarters. Pretty good defensive effort there.
Yeah, defense is always the key, I think. So yeah, you know, when we get that done, it does good things to us. So yeah, defense is always the key.
and Kayla, for a relatively new group coming together, it must be nice to see that synergy coming together after a big one at John Cain Arena last week, to see the team start to flow in a game where it didn't all go your way, and to find a way to get the result was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. And look, we've got this other old girl, Hayley Peters, that's come on board, and that she's only been here less than 2 weeks, so it's great to have, you know, some fluency with her as well. She's a great chick. Yeah, nice to have someone in the 30s, you know, rocking and representing the 30 girls. so grandma.
Love that, the veteran here. Hey, we talked pre-game about coming to third on the all-time scoring list. What's it like having Shelley sitting courtside there as you've just gone past her?
Shelley was actually at the game at John Cain, and so we had a little photo after. I was still kind of like pretty annoyed that we lost. I was like, oh, hey, Shell, how are you? Like, so I probably could redo a photo with a bit of a smile after today, but no, it was great to have her there. She's a great player, great player in the WNBL, great opal. So it's, you know, I'm honoured to be on that list.
Well done, Kayla. Way to get it tonight.
Thank you.
Well done to Kayla George. An outstanding performance from her. 19 points, 11 rebounds. She only had the 4 points last week and shot 18% from the field, but as the good players do, they always respond.
Well, I like the fact that she didn't... She took 3 threes, but her focus was inside. And they need her to be like that, where she has a bit of a spread of things. But 7 for 12, great result.
Well, Kayla described her wonderful new teammate, Hayley Peters, as a great chick and another old girl, and she's downstairs courtside with Nathan.
Hayley, I don't know if you heard, Kayla George called you another old girl on the team, but you look nothing but like a youngster out there tonight, just filling it up. 13, 3, 4 and 3. You look like you're settling in well.
Yeah, I think we're both aging like fine wine. So, like she said, it's nice to have another vet on the team that knows the game so well. And yeah, we have a great group of girls. I think we're just starting to learn each other, and we're only going to go up from here.
When you talk about knowing the game so well, only 2 weeks with the team, the way you played tonight and are able to play and assimilate amongst the team, I think shows your high basketball IQ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to come in and just shoot every ball. I'm trying to make the team better and figure out, we have some really great players, some great young talent on this team, and so trying to make them better too and just help the team be a better team.
And I talked to Kayla about defensively. It looked like Tara Reid was your matchup for Loz Nicholson early. She had foul trouble, but the way she was able to bounce back, and as a group you bounced back in the second half, was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think we learned from our first game that it's a very physical league, and I think we had good moments in the first half, but we weren't consistent, and so I think we were all able to come out in the second half and do it for about 20 minutes, so yeah.
Thanks, Hayley. Way to get it done.
Thank you.
13 points for Hayley Peters tonight, 33 years of age with 75 games of WNBA experience and international experience as well. Damon, what did you make of her performance?
I thought it was great, rock solid. You can tell that she's a veteran, makes great basketball plays, and she's only going to get better. She becomes more familiar with her teammates, but the Southside Flyers kind of won that game by committee. Yes, Kayla George stood out, but by committee, they got the job done.
So what a game it was from the Southside Flyers to get their first win of the season. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the break to wrap it all up.
That's just our style. That's just our style. That's just our style. That's just our style.
Southside Melbourne Flyers win an absolute thriller by 5 points over the Sydney Flames. Kayla George, one of their best tonight, and she's created more history, Laurie. She moves into 10th on the all-time list of steals. She just continues to break records left, right and centre.
Well, I think every game now feels like a milestone for Kayla George, whatever that is, whether it's games, steals, minutes played, whatever. She's doing it all.
Here's our Bunnings Warehouse ladder as we kick off round 2 at WNBL Indigenous round. Final thoughts from you, Damon?
Great job by Southside Flyers, 1-1. They don't have to worry about sitting on the bench.
Absolutely love that. They get their first win of the season, the Southside Melbourne Flyers. They got it done in enemy territory over the Flames by 5 points. What a game of hoops we had to kick off WNBL Indigenous round. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, and we'll see you again very soon. Good night.